It was probably a Russian spy that poisoned her with some heavy metals. It's like the MO of like Russia to poison people with like either radioactive chemicals or whatever, or like heavy metals and stuff.
Tonight, the wife of Ukraine's spy chief recovering in the hospital after officials say she was poisoned. Mariana Budanova, who is married to Kirilo Budanov, the director of the military agency known as GUR, and one of Ukraine's most senior military leaders, undergoing treatment after she was poisoned with, quote, heavy metals, according to GUR. The incident
You probably don't want to make it known that you're like the spy chief and like who your family is, just so that this doesn't happen.
stirring speculation that Russia could be behind the attack, targeting Ukraine's top officials. Budanova, a rising figure in Ukrainian politics, ran for Kyiv City Council in 2020. And according to a spokesperson for Ukraine's intelligence agency, her husband has often accused Russia of trying to kill him, saying this summer alone, there have been at least 10 attempts to take his life. The Kremlin has not commented.
Well, it's either somebody in Russia or somebody within the like Ukrainian military or something. This being that they are able to get close enough to these people in order to poison their food and stuff.
On this incident, but the use of poison plots has long been a tool of Russia's to silence and eliminate its enemies.
There have now been a number of cases and incidents of critics of the Kremlin coming down with severe cases of poisoning. And it seems pretty clear that poison is a weapon of choice for Vladimir Putin.
In 2020, Alexei Navalny, an outspoken critic and political opponent of Vladimir Putin, was on a flight over Siberia when he suddenly began to moan in agony. German doctors say he was poisoned by a nerve agent. Navalny survived, but he's now behind bars in Russia, serving a decades-long sentence for fraud, embezzlement, and extremist charges. And in 2000,
Wow, this is something like what the Israeli government would do, like bogusly charge people that they don't like for bogus reasons, put them behind bars for a long time. Though instead of, poisoning them with something radioactive, they would probably just use a phosphorus bomb or have the IDF go and raid their house.
2018, British authorities charged two Russian assassins for the poisoning of former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter. Police say the Russians put a nerve agent in a fake perfume bottle, which they then sprayed on the door of Skripal's house. Skripal and his daughter became violently ill but survived. British police say both suspects fled to Russia. The Kremlin has denied involvement in both of these cases.
What we're seeing is that Russia sort of doesn't care if it gets caught, but it really wants those that have crossed the Kremlin to live in fear.
And Ellison, if
Yeah, why would Putin be afraid of being caught for doing something like this when they do it all the time? And like, who's going to stop Putin from like killing people? Like, the international community? Like, they can't even stop the Israeli government from committing a genocide.
confirmed that Russia was behind this poisoning, it would be the highest level person targeted by Russia since the war began.